Yo, what is going on, dudes? Welcome to another tips and tricks video. We're doing this specifically for controller, but a lot of these tips will also apply to keyboard and mouse players. But in this video, we're going to talk about ways that you can increase your aim assist, increase the damage you're getting out of your tac shotgun, which I know a lot of you guys really want to see right now, because honestly, the shotguns are really nerfed this season, and you need to squeeze out as much damage as possible from those shotties. So we're going to be talking about that in today's video. We're also going to be going over some straight up basic piece control tips that can help you box up your opponents, have these pre-programmed plays that allow you to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes and get that high ground and get them boxed. And then obviously use your tac shotgun to bippity bop them and get that high damage. So one thing I noticed a lot of pro controller players doing with their tac shotgun, it goes all the way back to when L2 spam was in the game. And now L2 spam, let me be very clear, is no longer in the game. For those who don't know, you used to be able to spam your L2 trigger, just like click it repeatedly, and the game would gradually auto-rotate you onto the player's head. It was actually a crazy mechanic. I am glad it's nerfed because it did kind of lower the skill gap of aiming, but there's a new way that you can use your L2 trigger to guide you with aim assist. So basically, the way that Fortnite has their aim assist system designed in it is it tries to detect what player you're aiming at and then gives you more aim assist acceleration basically when you're aiming at that person, which basically means that once it figures out that you want to aim at a person, it gives you more slowdown so that your reticle is going to be stickier on the target. So if I'm close to this player, or in this case, a bot, and I aim down sight once, my aim assist is going to be really sticky when I'm aiming at this player. So how can you actually use that to your advantage? Well, here's the thing that you can do. If you got somebody, like, say, boxed up, and you open up a wall on them, give one quick ADS when you start your engagement with that player. So say I get into a box with this dude right here. I'm butchering my edits, but I tap him, and then I want to hit fire from that point onwards. That's totally fine. But by getting that very first L2 tap in, it actually increases your aim assist. And I'm going to show you guys a console player who does that right now, and he has some of the best, cleanest aim I've ever seen, and he plays on console just like a lot of you guys. So who I'm talking about is KNG Drops. I've made a couple videos about this guy. He's nuts, but watch what he does. There's a player behind this wall. He's about to hit a window edit and then a ramp edit and then aim at this guy. Watch how his aim assist starts tracking based on the way he aims in on him. So we're gonna have it at a quarter speed so you guys can fully see this. Opens the wall up, hits this edit on the ramp. There's the player, and watch what he does. Real quick L2 tap, just a millisecond, hits him with another one, and then he's hitting him with another one just to tighten up that pellet spread. But as you can see, once he starts doing that first L2 ADS, you can see his aim assist is really just tracking and following that player really tightly. No matter where that player is in the box, his shotgun is providing support, or his reticle is providing support to guide him around. So another way to absolutely maximize your damage as a controller player is, instead of just purely aiming for the head, basically putting your reticle only on this player's head, like this. Instead of doing that, aim slightly below the head, aim for their body around about like between their shoulders. So try to straighten up your reticle between the shoulders. You might not be able to hit for as much damage, but your damage consistency with the tac shotgun will be way higher. And also, again, when it comes back to that like AI aim assist detection system that Fortnite uses, if you are more centered up on their body, the aim assist is going to be more likely to help you follow the player as they move than if you're aiming at their head. Because if your reticle slips off in the slightest, you can fully lose your aim assist. So again, instead of aiming up here, and you can see if you look at the reticle of the shotgun, so much of the reticle is actually off the player's head. Whereas if I aim at the body, kind of between their shoulders, the reticle is so much more on the player. And then I'm still going to be hitting for some shotgun headshot damage because the top of the reticle is going to be at their head. You almost want to try to aim like the middle dot of your shotgun. Think to aim that at the bottom of their neck. So if I shoot him in this position, 100 damage, he's going to be a 2-shot kill every time. If I aim at the head, a little bit more damage, but here's the thing. If I aim too high or I aim to the side and I'm not getting a fully squared shotgun shot on the head, 80, 108, 12. all of a sudden, it's no longer a 2-shot kill, it's a 3-shot kill. And when we're talking about being in a box with somebody and trying to kill somebody as fast as possible, you need those 2 shots with your tac shotgun. If we go back to our console home, he drops. Watch how he's aiming at this player. There's a player running at him right now with a pepper on, and watch where he actually places his reticle. So here comes the player. You can see him tracking along right there. So he's going to just kind of come out and challenge this guy straight up. Swaps to his tac shotgun, but look where he's aimed right here. He's not aimed up at his head. He's aimed square at his chest, and he keeps following like that. 80 damage. Again, shooting square in the chest, kind of around the neck or just below it. And he's able to 2-shot this guy and get really, really consistent damage. And you can see as the player is coming across the screen on him, you can see the aim assist almost following the player with drops. Obviously, drops is incredibly skilled. He's providing input on his joystick to make this happen. The game is not just aiming for him, but because of the way he positions his crosshairs, the game provides as much support as possible. And that's what I want you guys to do so you can maximize your aim assist and maximize your damage consistency while using the tac shotguns in this game. Now, the next tip I have for you guys about how to improve your aim is actually about how you go in and set up your fights. And so basically, whenever you absolutely dumpster a player in this game, it's guaranteed 9 times out of 10 they're just gonna box up on you. So how you approach this box up, make sure that you keep that advantage that you have on your opponent and they don't end up just bopping you. So the number one way to approach this, and you see like every single pro player doing this, is set yourself up not in front of the player just wildly pickaxing their wall. Instead, you want to set yourself up on a diagonal from the player like this so that you gain the right side peek right away. Keep in mind, it's always more difficult if I had to peek this way. It's always more difficult to peek left in Fortnite because it's set up as a right side peeker's game. And that way, the opponent, if you try to left side peek, you're always going to get bopped first. Same applies right here. If you stand out in the middle, this player can hit like a right side peek and then just walk over and bop you through a window. They can hit an arch edit like this. Either way, you're going to make a left side peek and they're going to have that right side advantage. So to take that away, set up on the diagonal like this. You can build a corner wall like that. You can shoot it out and then steal it that way. There's all kinds of different ways you can set this up, but keep in mind, you always want to set this up on the right side. And again, when you have the right side peek, that allows you to do that aiming advantage with the shotgun where you ADS, and then it locks in your aim assist and gives you that stronger aim assist as well. Now, the perfect example of this comes from my boy Slight. I love watching this guy. He's an incredibly good controller player, but watch how he counters somebody pressing him right now. So this player's on the outside, again, on that direct wall from the player. So right now, Slight could set up a right side peek right here. He could open a window edit. Instead, he actually takes it one step further because this wall over here is completely open. All he does is completely turn this around to a complete right side peeker's dream right now. He opens up this side, comes out, steps out, throws a pyramid above his head, grabs the wall, and look at this. Opens this up, backs up, the player's just completely stuffed. Right side peeker's advantage, domes him. 209. I missed the gold pump, but that's a perfect example of how not to set up for this fight. Right now, this player would have been way better off being over, if we just rewind it for a second, being right here, being on this diagonal from Slight. If he was over there, Slight would not have been able to do this because it would have already held that wall. It would have stuck him off. And also, if Slight tried to escape this side, he might have been able to drop an edit. This player here might have been able to get an edit on him and reverse the piece control. So just something to consider. Always set up on the left side of the player so that you can gain that right side advantage. And you can always get that aim advantage when you're on the sticks. Another way to gain this right side advantage, if you have to play defensively and you're a high ping player especially, this works for everybody, but for high ping players, this is extraordinarily good, is set up a double box. And the reason this works so well is because editing is not server side, it's client side. So you can literally edit as fast as your fingers will allow it. So if you are getting pressed really, really heavily, you're constantly getting your walls stolen, if you can set up other boxes, additional boxes, so that you can just hold more area, what it allows you to do is if you can hit your edits, you're able to always pretty much gain the right side advantage. So say a player is pulling up on me and he's trying to set up a corner peek over here. I can come out over here, try to go and gain high ground right there, out that way. I can also escape way easier if I have multiple boxes. And that way, you're able to like maybe change up your height advantage. If the player does key into your box, let me just start another one right here. So you have this set up and a player is pushing you from this side and he's like trying to use a phase method to get into your box. He's got better ping than you, so it's most likely going to work. What you can do is throw a ramp, back up, throw another ramp, and then come out on top of him like this. So basically setting up this double block strategy allows you to have a backup method, have an escape method, and basically gives you a chance to reset the fight on your terms despite not being a low ping player. I really think this is a really important thing to try out and use, especially if you are on like 100 ping or you're just on console and you find yourself having really high ping delay. This little simple strategy of how you set up the fight can have a massive benefit on your game and can help you win way more fights that you would otherwise just lose walls and then just lose the fight. I hope those controller tips helped you out, guys. If you guys did enjoy it and it helped you, drop a like down below. You can hit that sub if you guys are new, and let me know in the comments any tips or tricks or any type of skill you want to improve and you want me to cover it for a video. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to go the extra mile to help me out, you can plug in code Upshall into the Fortnite item shop. It goes a long way to support me, and it's free to use, and if you use it, you donate money to the channel with no extra cost whenever you buy something in the item shop. Thank you guys so much for using my code in the item shop already. I love you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.